I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to my power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakak, Kodash. I'd like to give a shalom to the apostles of Great Middlestone who rule well. I'd like to give a shalom to the elders and Akim of the men of Great Middlestone and the like men who teach the same doctrine as the men of Great Middlestone. I'd like to give a shalom to you. I'd like to also give a shalom to the men and women who are out there listening and learning in truth and sincerity. To you, I say shalom. I don't know where I'm going with this lesson. I'm just thinking on the sign of the times that we're in. I'm pondering on the scriptures and what's about to happen to the world, specifically the world of Israel. Of course, we know that 2/3 won't get it. They're destined to be destroyed on this side. And it's the 1/3 that I worry about, I worry about their salvation. I worry about the elect of the nation of Israel. And I pray to my power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, that I am one of those men. But I've been in the truth for a little more than 3 years, and from the very beginning of me finding out about this truth, I've been telling people about it, and I have been scorned, laughed at, teased about it, to the point where it doesn't even bother me no more if you don't believe what I'm saying, or if you didn't believe in what I was saying back then. And it bothers me even less now for those who still don't get it, but see how things are changing in the world. They don't understand it. I like to break out a quick scripture. And it's the book of Psalms, chapter 123 and verse 4. Our soul is exceedingly filled with the scorning of those that are at ease, and with the contempt of the proud. I remember not too long ago me trying to explain to people, look, man, you need to get right. You need to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You need to study to show thyself approved. The mark of the beast is the microchip. We are in the final days. Your enemy is the Edomites, which is the so-called red man, which is the so-called white man. You're an Israelite. You're not a nigger. You're not a Negro. You're not an African American. You're not from Africa. They took you from Africa. Your brethren are the Hispanics, Haitians, and Native Americans. These are your people. I've told people these things. And they regarded it not. A little story here. Just last weekend, or just this weekend, I was talking to Jake about, the sign of the times, and I looked at him. I said, yo, you see what's going on, right? He was like, yeah, man, I see what's going on. And I looked at him. I said, this is the same thing I was telling you a few years ago. This is the same thing I was telling you a year ago. And then I started talking to him a little more, trying to edify him a little more, trying to give him a little bit more milk, without overdoing it, but giving him the milk while he can still get it, let him know that the letter J wasn't invented into the 15th century or 16th century. Let them know that who the world ignorantly call the J word is actually Yahushua. You know, let him know the names of the Father and the Son. Let him know that you're in that time when you're about to be judged. And don't tarry. Get into the scriptures. I told him a little bit more than that. All in all, I'm talking with the dude for about a half an hour. He walks away from me and comes back and 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 presents me with a word. I forget the word, but it had nothing to do with what he and I were talking about, which was his salvation. So, the dude's asking me what the word is. He's going on Google to try to find the word and what it means and this, that, or the other. And I said, dude, look, man. So I almost dropped my tablet. So I stopped the dude and I'm like, look, man, I just spent a half an hour explaining to you about the Lord and salvation and what you need to do. And you're presenting me with this. What does this have to do with anything that I was just telling you? And just as I said that, I realized that, it was a moot point, because shortly thereafter that he started talking about Satan fighting with God in heaven, and Gabriel went with Satan to overthrow God, all this bullshit. And I'm like, man, everything I just told him was for naught. I just tossed a pearl to swine. And it's vexing because I want this to end. I want Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to end this kingdom so that we can get into our kingdom and rule in righteousness and put these devils' necks beneath our feet, man. It's irritating, to be around people who celebrate birthdays, Christmases, Thanksgivings, Easters. It's vexing to be around women who are fucking feminists. Dudes who are fucking feminists. It's even worse, but our men have become effeminate by the feminist movement. But yeah, so this is nothing long, I'm just thinking out loud. I tend to do that often these days. Anyhow, I hope that you found what I said edifying. Let me get one more scripture before I end this video. The scripture that I'm looking for is work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. The water. It's the book of Philippians, chapter 2 and verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. if anybody you know can't get this now, maybe when Jacob's trouble starts getting deeper and deeper and more chaotic, maybe Yahweh Bashem Yahushai will open up their eyes, to what's going on. Or maybe Yahweh Bashem Yahushai will open their eyes to the truth and deliver those who didn't believe now, who may believe later. But I brought that scripture out to state that don't wait for these people to wake up. Don't spend all your time consumed with trying to wake Jake up at work, trying to wake your family up at home, trying to catch dudes in the street or in the store, just trying to explain. Don't consume your time with these people. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai will direct their paths to the men of the Lord, to the videos, to the edification, and Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai will open their ears and their eyes to what he wants them to see and hear. And for many, that's a hard pill to swallow, to watch people that you know or even people that you love get destroyed, So we are entering in that time where it could be even those of your own house can be destroyed, Look at look at Job, Job prayed for his children every day, but Yahweh Bashem Yahushai took him, even his wife, but obviously, the Lord blessed Job tenfold later, but, these are realities that we must face, that you are truly in this on your own. Anyhow, you and Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the brother. That's it. That's all that matters. Anyhow, so with that said, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to my power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Again, I'd like to give a shalom to the Akim out there who are on the highways and byways who are teaching this truth. I'd like to also give a shalom to the men and women who are out there listening and learning in truth and sincerity. And also, man, the apostles of Great Millstone who have taught me this truth, and to the great men of Great Millstone who are in my camp out here in VA, to you, I also give a shalom, man, because, I'm very proud, to be in your presence. Well, I'm very happy to be in the presence of the prophets in my area. Yeah, let me say that. Shalom.